Your MMA Hub here. Adam here with Niklas Stolze. Niklas, thank you very much for joining us, first of all. How has your preparation been for the fight? It's almost just over a week until you're flying over.
First of all, thanks for having me. My preparation, I got the call, I think like 3 weeks out of the fight. Was not official at this time. So I went straight to training. The funny thing is, I was at Peter Sobotta's training camp for helping him for his fight against Cowboy Oliveira. So, because I'm a good striker, and Peter needed a good sparring partner, so I traveled down to him. And then I got the call in this week. So I was kind of training. Like I said to a couple of interviews before, I'm always training because I love sports. I'm an athlete. I'm not just fighter, I'm doing a lot of cardio stuff. I go cycling a lot. I go running, swimming, all this stuff. So I was like, I think at like 60 or 70% of my fitness level, So I just jumped straight into like more intensity training.
Yeah.
So we train not just once a day, so we train straight like 2 or 3 times a day, more specific. But it was not so much, it was just like a week, but it was a really effective week. We did a good job. My coach did a great job. My training partners, we all came close together, Everyone was like straight in the gym. I just got the call. I put it in my WhatsApp group and I said like, man, I got a chance to fight in the UFC, and everyone was in the gym, so everyone was ready to spar with me. Everyone was ready to roll with me. So it was all good. It is short notice, but I prepared myself for so long for this moment.
I was going to say, what did it feel like getting that message and obviously sharing it with people close to you straight away?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really amazing. I was like, at the first time, I was like, Tim, are you joking me? Like, what the fuck is going on? Because it was so surprising me when this year started really horrible, with all this COVID shit, and my fight in March got cancelled, and I lost a lot of money and stuff like this, and my motivation was not so good, and then I got this call and I felt like, man, this is what I want for the last 5 or 6 years. So I was just so happy. I called my mom, I called my dad, and I called my girlfriend. That's it. So my coach, like maybe 4 or 5 persons. So I wanted to be quiet with it until the UFC is maybe making it official, So I was happy. And I was like straight motivated. I was just motivated. I'm motivated to show me, to show my skills and stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure. Your opponent, Ramazan Emeev, do you know much about him?
I know him because he was an M1 global welterweight champion. So he was at this Russian organization, and he had a lot of fights there. So I heard his name, but it was not like I watched him or something like this, So I got the call, I got the name, then I watched like 1 or 2 fights, and I said, okay, he's perfect for a debut. He's very strong, he's a very good fighter, he's a high level fighter, he's very composed, very calm and stuff like this, but he is not doing something really special, he's not like going in and strangling people straight away, go for chokes or going for knockouts. He's very calm. He's coming into the fight slowly, and then he's getting better and better and better. So I said, man, it's perfect for me. So I like his fighting style. So it matched me very good. So yeah, I'm just happy to fight him now.
Yeah, for sure. Just to make sure, is this just a one-off fight with the UFC? Just for this fight, or is
Yeah, I'm always like curious if I can't say this, but my manager said I can't say this, so I signed a 4-fight contract deal. So this is not just this one fight, and I will show everything I have. So UFC will not release me anytime soon, something like this, because there is something coming, you know.
Congratulations. Obviously, I didn't know that. So, a life-changing moment. I guess it's sort of something everyone dreams of as a professional athlete.
It's very big, you know, especially for me. I mean, you all should know where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a city which is very small, you know. We have like 20,000 citizens in there, but there's no MMA gym, there's no BJJ gym, no wrestling gym, no nothing, you know. Not like we have like one or two gyms in the bigger city where I'm living now. It's Magdeburg, you know, and where I lived for the last 7 or 8 years. And I had to build everything by myself, you know, like my MMA training, my jiu-jitsu, it's all coming from my work, you know. So I had not these big gyms like America, you know, like where you go into the American top team and then you find like 40 UFC fighters, you find all these high-level coaches, you know. So I didn't have this. So this makes me even more proud to be in the UFC now. So yeah, like I said all the time, I'm just happy. It's like this happiness now because it will change my life forever.
Yeah. Did you have a job beforehand, or like is?
Yeah. I had like a normal job, but it was like kind of a sponsoring deal. So I had like my sponsor. So he gave me money for the month for living, but I was doing like a few hours in a week, you know. And then I was in my gym with my coach Sasha, and I did a couple training sessions there. I'm the BJJ coach, I'm the MMA coach, you know. But anytime every time I get a call for a fight camp or stuff like this, I'm like more preparing myself, you know. And then everyone is focusing on me, and then the classes are not really the classes they stop then, you know, because we just do competition then, and then it's a little bit difficult situation, but we build it now. Now we have a great team. Now everyone is super motivated. Now I got a few more coaches to bring into my gym. So yeah, now it's all good. But before it was just a normal job. I am a welder. You know, like when I finished my school, I started apprenticeship as a welder. I finished this, and in all these years where I did this apprenticeship, I fought K1 in amateur. So yeah, I had a job.
Yeah.
Now I have a better job.
Yeah, for sure. If you go back to the gym, I think you have to put your prices up because you can put UFC fighter now.
Maybe, but this is not like now I'm fighting for better money, you know. But for me, money was not always my motivation, you know. So I mean, of course, we can do maybe better classes now and stuff like this. But I just want to help people, you know. When the people come now in the gym, they say, "Oh man, I want to train MMA and I want to do it full time," you know. When I started, nobody was saying this, you know. Everyone was doing their job 9 to 5 and then coming to the class at 6 and going home at 8, you know. And then on the weekend, you're not training, you recover because you have to go to your job on Monday. Now it's like everyone's calling me, everyone wants to train Saturday, Sunday, everyone wants just to train. And for me, this is what it's all about, you know. I want to build my own team. I want to build a really good team. Man, I've been to SPG a couple of times and I saw how Conor is doing this with his team, you know. He's building his own team. Now it's like Darren Till is doing the same, you know. He's not joining big gyms or stuff. He's doing this.
He's doing his own thing
with his team and Team Albon, you know. So these are my role models, and I want to do the same.
Yeah, for sure. You sort of said it earlier on. Training with Peter, sort of in the build-up. Was it nice, sort of having a fellow countryman out there for your first fight?
It's really, really good. It makes me confident, you know, because we go together to this. We go together through all this stuff, you know. Even here now, we are in quarantine, but it feels like we're all together, you know. It's like we are separated in the rooms, but we chat. If I have a question, he can answer me, and he did all this stuff, you know, all this fight week stuff, and with the UFC, and it's just good to have guys with me with such a great, with this great experience, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's really, really good.
Yeah. Also, going back to when you're talking about your contract, I suppose it's maybe surprising that UFC's signed people in like the current conditions with what's going on in the world. I mean, it must be great for you just with the circumstances going on that you've got this security with the 4-fight contract.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, but I think it's also business move, because I think they sign now a lot of Europeans because it's easier to travel from to Abu Dhabi. You know, it's easier to travel from a European country like Germany or England to Abu Dhabi instead of coming out of America or Brazil or I don't know where all these guys coming from. So I'm just happy, you know, because UFC is the greatest promotion. You know, it's the biggest promotion. They really care of their fighters, you know. Even here, with all these testings and stuff like this is just great because we need this. We are in strange times now.
Yeah.
COVID had us all going crazy, you know, because we all like, oh man, what's going on this year? We can't do events, we can't do this, and we have so much rules to follow now, and they just do an amazing job, you know. They bring us in, they flying us in, they gave us fights, and they do this with all these Fight Islands. It's just, there's just like some people just dream of, and I can be part of this dream, you know, and I'm just happy.
Yeah, for sure. Just going back a bit in time, how did you first get into MMA? I think you started out with the kickboxing first of all.
Yes. It was like when I was younger, maybe 15 or 16. I got was like funny story. I got a little bit beaten up by some local guys on a it was like someone a party on a market or stuff like this, a local party. So I decided that will never happen again, you know. So I started with self-defense, I started with Wing Chun, and then I learned some people. I found in the Jiu-Jitsu gym in my small town, but it's just like combat Jiu-Jitsu. It's not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's this Japanese Jiu-Jitsu style, you know, where you mix Taekwondo, Karate, and Judo. And this gym was, at this time, it was pretty good because they had a couple of champions there. So I found motivation in these guys because they all have been young and they have accomplished so much championships. Then I trained maybe a year, but then it was like I want to do something with more contact, you know, because I started watching UFC. I played UFC Undisputed 3 or something like this on Xbox, and I said I want to do MMA, but nobody was doing MMA in my town, so I moved to the bigger town called Magdeburg. I found Sasha. He is a famous guy in our town because he is a former kickboxing world champion, and he's a European champion, a 3 or 4 time German champion in K1, and a real legend in the city. So I started to train at this gym, and it took me 8 months or something, and I had my first amateur K1 fight. And from then I was hooked, and then I was like, I stick to this. I went home to my mom and said, Mom, I'm maybe not going to a normal job 9 to 5 like you. Maybe I'm just doing fighting. And she was like, you're crazy. But now she's happy. Now she's like, all this hard work paid off. And then I started kickboxing at age, it was 20, around 20. I think like 10 years ago I started, 7 years ago. Yeah, I think so, like 7, 8 years ago I started kickboxing with Sasha and then stick to it. And then in 2014, I decided to make my MMA pro debut. So now I'm 6 years in MMA.
Good stuff.
That's my background story.
Good stuff. I saw your nickname, the Green Mask. Where did that come from?
Yeah, it's a funny story. I had this question before. My coach, he was in Thailand, you know. So he came back from a training camp in Thailand, and he had this white mask with no emotions, and he was wearing it for a party or something having like a full moon party, you know, it's like in Thailand a very famous party, and they had wearing this mask. So he brought the mask with him to Germany. Then when I had my 4th or 5th fight in K1, he said, Niklas, you're such a great talent, but the people need to recognize you because there are so much K1 fighters in Germany. So he said, maybe we try something. Do you want to wear a mask when you walk in? I said, what? No, I don't want this. And he said, trust me, it will pay off. So I put on not the white mask, I put on the green mask because I like the green, you know, so I like the color. And then I put it on. I fought this fight on a local promotion, and I won via KO. And after this fight, everyone was like asking my coach and me like, oh, this green mask, and the people, they start to recognize. They say, oh man, this guy with the green mask is really good. So he's right that he can do a lot of good things. And I said, okay, stick to it. And since then, I always had this green mask on. Became my nickname, and it was like I built like kind of image around it, you know. I sold some merch around it, and I'm happy, you know. It's like it will be my nickname maybe forever. I don't know if I wear this mask all the time. It's like it belongs to me, you know. But
maybe change the color.
It just made me, you know. It's just like yeah. That's the story. So it's all coming from my coach.
Yeah.
He said, you have to bear it. You have to do it.
Maybe it's worked. Maybe it's the reason you're here. Maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah.
You sort of spoke about going across to SBG over in Dublin. How did that opportunity come about?
It was back in 2015 when I had I was like 3-1. I think I lost my first fight via split decision. It's like, and I told my manager just like a couple of days ago, I said, it's the only loss I don't accept because it wasn't a loss, you know. But I was really motivated to go back straight into a fight, you know. I just wanted to fight again. But my coach said you need to travel. He said like you need to get another input. You need to learn new techniques. You need to spar with other people, you know. And you need to spar MMA because at this time I only had sparring sessions in K1, and then I had like a few sparring sessions in wrestling. But I never had someone who put it all together, you know, in like MMA wise. So, and then I was a big Conor McGregor fan. So I just sent one message. Orla, she's the girl she's the fiance from John. I just sent her a message because she was doing all the booking stuff in this for SPG, and I just went to Dublin for 1.5 weeks. I went in there and said, hello, my name is Niklas, I'm 3-1, I'm an MMA fighter from Germany, can I train with you guys? And I had one session, and after this one session, the team welcomed me so they all have been so nice to me, and they said like just come again, and they learned from me a few K1 stuff, you know. I teach also the classes there, you know, in K1, so it was like it was a friendship then, and then I stick to it, and then all the time I had like training camps. I went back to SPG and trained there, trained with John, lived with John, and then yeah, but like the last 2 years I could not afford it, you know, because all the costs, and my plans didn't go like I wanted to go. Like I didn't have the money yet, but I will go back to Strike last year. I will go back to SPG, and we still close and we text each other, and yeah.
Good stuff. Last question to finish off. What would a win on your first UFC fight, what would that mean to you?
Everything, like really the world, like it's not possible that he beats me, you know, because I really want this. I got goosebumps when I'm saying this because I'm so motivated to show everyone what I'm capable of, because there are so many people, they believe in me, you know, and they support me. My whole city is supporting me, and they're so proud that I made it to the UFC from such a small town to the big stage. And this is for all my people. They support me over the years. It's so crazy, you know, and it's such a big honor, you know. I want to fight on my compete. I will move forward, and I will make him work, you know, in this fight. He has to work in this fight.
Good stuff. Well, listen, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, especially on short notice. Hope you have a safe journey when you make it across, and best of luck in the fight. Hope you come back with a win.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Good stuff.